hard time with this point. I think it's number 23. We have attacked a few different times at a couple of different beaches, and we think we've got it figured out now, but it's getting down to it. Doing a little bushwhacky thing. Try to get up to this trail. Or just gonna brute force this point because we can't find the trail. But we now understand the topo. It's gonna be here. It's just we are taking an interesting route. We're gonna follow a ridge. Right up here. And lucky us, the sun is starting to come out. We're bushwhacking through these weird trees. It's almost like if you go through the center of their trunks, it's a little bit easier. But there is a lot of them. Point has been found.
Oh my God.
We went all the way to the top of the waterfall and it's just hidden down there. We were giving up and walking back to the boat.
It's a misplot.
We'll have to see what the tracker looks like, but wow. So we just saw Warrior. We had to give him some intel. It may or may not have saved them some time. We were just glad we found it, and I mean, essentially the sun is up even though it's a cloudy day. We're headed to the trail that goes up and over to Whittier. And you can now see the Portage Glacier behind us. So pretty. Nice to be able to see it.
Yeah, that's our view of the glacier. Really pretty. We gotta get up and over this mountain so we can go see, I forgot the name of the town. The one with the ferry. Did you guys see the glacier?
So here's the overlook. Wah wah. There's the spruce tree. And there, hidden down in there, you can't even see it, is the CP. Anyway, we could probably see Whittier if it weren't in a cloud right now.
So you know this ability has a tradition that when you stop by a restaurant or when you see a restaurant available, you have to get food and stuff like that. And so
Not every restaurant.
We're having a full-out breakfast right now. We're getting close to the end of this race, but it's still I think we've got enough time on our schedule that we can have a full meal. Right? It's good for you. Makes the race memorable.
We are in Whittier right now, and we actually are a little bit ahead of schedule, but we always know that won't last. So we're trying to make it relatively quick, but we've already been here half an hour, so we're having a little trouble.
Thank you, Wild Catch Cafe. Here we go. Over to that hotel over there and climbing that mountain that we can't see.
CP's buried in the woods over there. We're here with this amazing view. What town is this?
Whittier.
Whittier.
Top of the mountain at Whittier.
Top of the mountain.
Now back down. I'm disappointed we didn't see the bear.
I know, bears.
I have the grilled chicken there.
We had the random meat mixed together burger. It tasted like burger. Headed back down to our boats, and you can see the glacier from here. Way over there. Huge, beautiful. Still cloudy though. We're back down to the beach.
And look at all the fireweed. Isn't it pretty? Okay, it's just about noon on Thursday. We are headed to the final 2 points on this Packraft trek leg. It's cleared up just a little bit, and we're excited. Look at that waterfall. Wow, pretty cool. So water is just pouring off of this mountain. Every few minutes there's another beautiful waterfall. So pretty. Wow. So the wind's picked up. We got to cross the lake to get to the river that we're going to go down. And the waves have picked up, and there's the river point. We found it. No problem. Glacier after glacier after glacier. So that's where we came in from, and it's 2:11. We have about a 1 or 1.5 K walk to the TA, and we already have our stuff all stashed. Here we go. Last time I have to put this thing on. Woohoo. 1, 2, 3. It keeps getting more and more fun. Okay.
Made it to the TA. Nice. Nice.
By the way, I don't know who you
14 on Thursday, and we're doing our final bike leg to get to Alyeska.
And here we are at Alyeska Resort. We are on the relay. It's a trek relay. 2 of the team members get to go to the top of this mountain, which I've heard through the grapevine is something like 2,500 feet from sea level, while the other team, or other part of the team, sleeps. So we picked to sleep first. So we lay down for 3 hours, and Caitlin and Dave went up and did this back down. Now they're sleeping, and we were on our way up. We are at 1,300 right now, so we have another 1,000 feet. If you look behind me, you can see the kind of the bay, I guess it is, something, I don't know. Very tidal waterway, and then down at the bottom you can see Alyeska Resort. We've been going for about 40 minutes. That's why we're out of breath and sweaty, and we'll probably be going for another 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're probably about halfway. And it is indeed 2,800 feet. And here we go. p.m. We are getting to the top, but the clouds are coming in, so we're gonna lose all views. So we thought we'd take one last video. Here comes the clouds.
Nice.
All right, time to punch the punch. Number 28. Which was the same as 29, which is kind of cool. Our whole team got to see this.
Yep.
Right down there,
Okay.
it's a resort. You can see it still. Pretty cool. All right, let's get down.
You want to go to the hut?
No,
Or is it the downstairs?
we're gonna go down this way. I'm not gonna take any extra time.
We got a race to run here. A little reminiscent of how this race started. All right, so we had finished the paddle and we didn't have the map back to the Alaska Resort, but we knew where it was. Pretty easy bike ride down Highway 1. Had a great tailwind, which we absolutely deserved at this point in the race.
Yes.
So made it back. Then David and I took the first leg all the way up Mount Alaska. Took us about an hour and 25 minutes to get to the top. That was kind of neat to start the race, the 3,000 foot climb, and then one of the last legs of the race has the 3,000 foot climb. Came back down, swapped out with Andrea and Chip. David and I slept, and then Andrea and Chip finished sleeping, and we went up about the same time. So we did pretty good, knocking out the O relay. Spent a little bit more time at the TA just to make sure we had all of our gear and food, and make sure we're prepared for anything that would happen out at the glacier. This is going to be a long leg and fairly remote, and our last one.
Yeah.
And we want to finish strong. So right now we're taking the recommended route, which is to grab all the easy lower points in the dark and kind of the rougher weather, with the anticipation that we get up on the glacier mid-morning with the sun, and then be able to do the glacier points in the sun and better weather, and then we'll finish up.
Yeah, man.
So that's it.
Right now we're walking along the Iditarod Trail. Kind of cool. The race started at the original start to the Iditarod. So, and we're loaded down. Look what everybody has. David's not too thrilled about the rope. And Chip probably isn't either.
This bag is heavy. Weighs as much as I do.
None of us are excited about the weight we're carrying. And we have got different shoes on. Hiking boots now, so having a real hard time with this point, number 30, along this river. And we've gone up and down and up and down, and it's really, really thick woods. And it was a point that needed to be moved because apparently the water's high and it got washed out. And yeah, I'm hoping I don't have to give up on it, but man, it's taking too long. So the point is back here. We just hadn't realized the first time we saw this little path that there was a secondary larger river. So let's see what it looks like. There it is. Oh, geez. Look at that. All right.
So easy.
We made this one hard.